All right, let's get started. Good evening, Pacific Northwest Key Clubbers. Welcome and thank you for joining the District Project Committee for the Holding Hands to Help End Hunger webinar. My name is Pauline Adonis, and I proudly serve as the District Project Chair. Tonight, I'm excited to connect with you once again to talk about the District Project. During this webinar, we'll hold hands to help end hunger with a special guest speaker who will talk about why the District Project is important to them and why we should be and are supporting this initiative. We'll also be providing you with an exciting update on our district's contributions to the initiative and play a couple of interactive games for a chance to have a total of $30 donated to a local hunger relief organization under your name. We have a lot of exciting things on our plate, so let's get started. I will now pass the mic on to Nola Stenstrom, Lieutenant Governor of Division 18, and Alejandro Reyes, Lieutenant Governor of Division 1936, to give a recap of the district project.
Thank you, Pauline, and to all of you who have taken the time to learn more about our PNW District Project. To begin the webinar, I'll be sharing a little bit of background information surrounding this project. The Help End Hunger Initiative is a continuation of our immediate past district project and is not only a project, but a movement. Our goal for this project is to provide Key Clubbers and Kiwanians with resources, knowledge, and inspiration to make an impact in their local communities to help end food insecurity in the Pacific Northwest. It also allows for every Key Clubber to directly impact their own community through service, fundraising, and education.
Without a doubt, hunger and food insecurity is an issue that many people face in our region, particularly affecting families and children. In 2020, the number of children facing hunger in the United States rose to nearly 12 million, which is 2 million more than the previous year. Additionally, Canadians are also heavily impacted by the issue. And that same year, fall 2020, about 1 in 10 people aged 12 and above reported experiencing food insecurity.
There are multiple reasons why we have continued the Help End Hunger initiative this service year. Firstly, hunger impacts youth. According to Feeding America, 1 in 7 children live in a food insecure household. Children experiencing hunger are more likely to develop health issues and chronic diseases, struggle academically, and have impairments to their fine motor language skills. Food insecurity is also a local issue. In every Pacific Northwest Key Club division, there are individuals experiencing hunger. This is also a direct service project, meaning that by incorporating service, fundraising, and education in the Help End Hunger initiative, both urban and rural clubs can contribute and address immediate needs in their community, regardless of their geographical location or financial situation.
Although the district project is not in a partnership with one single organization, there are a number of hunger relief agencies we recommend you check out if you want to get involved. For example, Feeding America serves as a useful resource for finding food banks in the United States. They encompass food banks such as the Oregon Food Bank, Food Lifeline, and Second Harvest. For Key Clubbers in Washington, check out the Northwest Harvest Coalition, which is another nonprofit organization with partners throughout the Pacific Northwest. For Canadian Key Clubbers, Food Bank Canada offers several national programs to help target food insecurity in Canada. Their network includes several food banks in British Columbia. And of course, you can always get in touch with the local food bank in your area and ask them how you can help.
How Pacific Northwest District Key Clubbers will be involved in the district project this year begins with packing and distributing food at local food banks and other distribution sites in their area. And additionally, by holding food drives within their club that support their nearest food bank or community shelter. Secondly, by raising money for organizations like Feeding America and Food Banks Canada, nutritious food, resources, and other items can be provided to community members in need. To finish, one of the easiest yet effective ways to support our district project is to educate your fellow Key Club members on the hunger crisis in your area and identify ways in which you can help.
Thank you, Nola and Alejandra, for sharing such insightful information. We just heard some background information about the district project and how you can get started in supporting the initiative. Now that we're almost 8 months into the service year, we would like to recognize your thoughtful, ongoing efforts to help end hunger in the Pacific Northwest. Month after month, Key Clubbers continue to outdo themselves, planning food drives, fundraisers, and educational events. And we'd like to take this time to share some important updates and shout outs to some clubs who've been key players this year. As of now, you've contributed a total of over 90,000 meals and 4,700 hours of service to families in need throughout the Pacific Northwest. As a reminder, the district set the goal of donating 100,000 meals this service year, meaning we are 90% of the way to reaching and hopefully surpassing our goal. To put this into perspective, 90,000 meals is enough food to feed about 739 people 3 meals a day for an entire year. And none of this would be possible without your relentless support and dedication to supporting the district project. Additionally, we'd love to give a special thanks to the top 5 clubs who have made beyond significant contributions this year. Shout out to Emerald Ridge High School in Division 30, who've donated 16,024 meals. Central Kitsap High School in Division 1936, who donated 13,091 meals. Coeur d'Alene High School in Division 48, who donated 9,130 meals. And Claremont Secondary School in Division 13, 15, 17, who donated 6,364 meals. And finally, Ephrata High School in Division 58, who donated 5,518 meals this year. To members of Emerald Ridge, Central Kitsap, Coeur d'Alene High, Claremont, and Ephrata, please take a moment to give yourself a round of applause for all of your hard work this year. You all definitely deserve it. Thank you, Jenna. Tonight, I'm very excited to introduce Hannah Hamra of Issuu High School in Division 28. Her club has gone above and beyond to support the district project. Tonight, we'll be asking her a few questions so she can provide some insight as to why this year's district project is so important and why you should support the Help and Hunger Initiative. Let's give a virtual round of applause to our guest speaker, Hannah Hamra.
To start off, our first question for you is, what would you say to someone who wants to get more involved with the district project?
Hi, I'm Hannah Hamra, and I would say anyone who wants to get involved with the district project should start small and try to get involved in things that are already happening in the community, such as volunteering at food banks, canned food donations outside of grocery stores, or anything else. After you've already had some experience with that, you can take it to the next step and create a bigger impact through like a fundraiser. This could be anything from a car wash to a bake sale. And my tips for that are to stay persistent. Don't just give up when everything doesn't go according to your plan, and remain open to new ideas from others and flexible when you encounter obstacles.
Thank you for sharing. Now we'd like to ask, what is your most memorable experience related to the district project, and why was it meaningful for you?
After a tiring and stressful month of planning our car wash, watching it finally happen and end up being a huge success was my most memorable experience. It was meaningful to me because of how rewarding it was to see all of our hard work pay off and watch my plan that was merely just an idea a few months ago finally come to life. Seeing over 50 of our members show up and participate, as well as seeing our community come to support our cause, was my favorite memory of the district project.
That definitely sounds like an important moment. Thank you. Our next question for you is, what do you see in the future of hunger?
The only way to resolve the issue of hunger is through political and collective action. There are many root causes, which include extreme poverty, climate change, conflict, gender inequality, and COVID-19, but none of these will be addressed or fixed without strong, decisive government action. In 2015, all United Nations member states adopted sustainable development goals, which they plan to achieve by 2030. One of these 17 goals was to achieve zero hunger, which we weren't close to achieving before COVID-19, and we definitely aren't now. However, this does not mean that it's impossible to achieve zero hunger by 2030. Some ways we can do this are by helping out locally, identifying the most vulnerable populations and addressing their needs first, ensuring access to hygiene and sanitation, reducing food waste, composting, eating sustainably, being informed about the issue, holding local and national leaders accountable to their promise, donating, and spreading awareness.
And finally, what is the most valuable thing Key Clubbers can be doing right now to help end hunger?
The most valuable thing is to make sure to stay involved instead of just ignoring the issue. Helping out in any way you can, big or small, will make a difference. On top of everything I listed in the last question, you can donate food to local food banks, donate money, volunteer your time, organize service projects, get in touch with local government officials, or even just spreading awareness would be more beneficial than nothing.
Thank you, Hannah. I hope everyone was able to learn something valuable from her presentation. I will now pass the mic to Claire Swanby, Lieutenant Governor of Division 48, to lead our Q&A open floor discussion.
Now it's your turn to take the spotlight and ask any questions you may have either for Hannah or the district committee regarding the district project. This is a great time to ask anything that you've been wondering about and would like us to address. So let's take a few moments to type up any questions you have in the chat and we'll be happy to answer. Okay, we have a question from Kyle Hansen. How did you first get involved in helping to end hunger?
I haven't been really involved before this. I knew that our district project was this last year, but once I came into office, I was thinking, like in the summer, I was thinking about ways to start the new year and incorporate and like involve all the new members and the old members, but also have like a productive idea. So I thought we should do a fundraiser, and that's kind of how I got involved. And also we didn't do the best on our fundraiser last year for the district project. We didn't raise that much. So I decided to focus on raising more money this year, but also like doing something that would be fun for all the members. So that's how the car wash came. And that was my first big experience with helping end hunger. In the past, I've also like done small volunteer projects at Feeding America, like with my family and friends, but that's kind of it.
Thank you so much. Another question we have is, do you have any advice for planning food drives, etc.?
For planning food drives, I would just use your resources around you. Like, really the big thing is if you want a good turnout, you have to communicate it a lot, and you have to have a lot of people know about it for a lot of people to show up. So what we did was we printed a bunch of flyers advertising the date, the time, and the cause. We texted a bunch of people, like each member took a flyer and they put it in each of their classes, and we put it throughout the school. And we even put it in like small businesses around Issuu, where our school is. And we would use like next door neighbor. I don't know if your parents use that, or like their Facebook groups. I would have my mom post on that. I would have her text her friends. I would like be telling everyone about it. So if you want to have a successful food drive, I would say just get the word out. And to the question before that, about how many advisors or adult supervisors were involved in the service project, originally we weren't going to have any, then we figured out we had to, so we just had one of our key club advisors be there, and that was, yeah, just one of our key club advisors, and that was it.
Thank you so much. Are there any other questions? Okay, thank you, Hannah. Oh, we got one more. Is this a project that we could do with our sponsoring Kiwanis Club?
Yeah, we reached out to our Kiwanis Club. We tried to, when we were looking for a parking lot, we tried to have the to host the car wash. We tried to reach out to them for opportunities. We had to reach out to them for like cones for like where the cars had to pull up. So of course you could reach out to your sponsoring Kiwanis member or sponsoring Kiwanis Club. I'm sure you could collaborate on something together. We even had our sponsor like come to the car wash, and he supported us there, brought us the materials, like came and donated himself. So if you reach out, they're always open to help with these types of things.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you, Hannah, and thank you to everyone who asked a question during the discussion. Next, we'll hear from Korina Tanabe, Lieutenant Governor, Division 26, to lead our next game.
So now let's get started creating our own service project. Everybody in the webinar is going to get split up into 7 different groups, each with a district project committee member. Each group will create a high impact service project idea to support the Help End Hunger initiative. Think about who you want to impact in your home, school, and community, and also think about how you want to involve or include the other Kiwanis family branches. You'll have 10 minutes to come up with an idea in your teams, and then after that, one of your team members will provide a brief 1-minute summary when we come back into the main room. So make sure you assign a presenter before we end the 10 minutes. The winners will get a $15 donation to Help End Hunger in their team name, so you make sure you make one in your room. So are there any questions before we start the Shark Tank breakout room activity? Okay, let's start the breakout rooms. I can't wait to see what you'll come up with.
Okay, now that all of your teams have come up with a service project idea, it's time to share out. Your team will have 1 minute to pitch your project idea. After all teams have pitched, we'll have a Zoom poll to decide on a winner. And as a reminder, the winning team will receive $15 donated to the district project in their team's name. So we are going to go in order of breakout rooms. So we had 7, so 1 through 7. So if one would like to start.
Oh, hi. Okay, I'm presenting for group 1. So our idea was to have a cultural night, host a cultural night at our school, and members would come up with things from their culture to share, like a dance perhaps, or cultural clothing, bring in food from their culture, and then we would charge people from the community an admission cost to come and see the culture fair, and they'd come and get to experience a bunch of different cultures. And we thought of the idea to have a presentation about the district project about Help and Hunger to show what the cost of the admission was, the money would be going to, so that we could raise awareness and also just get to embrace and celebrate our cultures as well. The main thing we were thinking of is we came up with a few more kind of ideas, but the main thing we thought of was that it's best to use members, key clubbers, best talents and things they know best to use to raise money. So that's what we came up with.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Would group 2 like to go?
I'll present on behalf of group 2. So basically our project idea was that basically our proposed key club would start up their very own farm. Keep in mind that this key club is quite wealthy and they use their entire PNWAF grant money along with their entire club fund to fund the startup of this farm. And basically at the farm, we would incorporate Kawanians because they would lead an educational center at the farm of how to prepare nutritious meals so that kids in the future know how to prepare food for themselves. And then as key clubbers, we would do weekly volunteering with different volunteering shifts, and we would help out around the farm. That's what we got.
Thank you for sharing. Would group 3 like to go ahead and pitch?
Wait, which group was group 3?
That was Jenna's group, which I think you were in.
Okay, just kidding. That was me. Okay. So I'm a lieutenant governor, and one of the things I'm planning on doing either in February or March is having all of the clubs in your division. You all have it's a competition between all of the clubs in the division in terms of having a food drive to see who can get the most food toward Help and Hunger. And they're able to collab with other, well, my dogs are barking, other clubs in their schools if they want to. It's also the perfect service project for K-Kids and builders clubs to do. That is something that little kids can do too, which is really nice. So they can join in. And then the winner, because LTGs have a budget for their division, and I haven't used all of mine. So the winner gets to have $100 to the food bank or food organization of their choice, a charity of their choice, $100 in their name. And then the winner also gets to win their little award in their April banquet DCM. So there's that.
Thank you so much for sharing. And we actually have 4 groups instead of 7. So if the final group would like to go ahead and present.
So my group came up with having a game night at one of their schools. And to enter the game night, you would need to bring a food item that would be donated to a local food bank. And then members of the Key Club at that school would be having a bake sale as a fundraiser, and all of that money would go towards to a local food bank. And there also would be a guest speaker telling everyone about what the game night is for and what where all the money is going to be donated to.
Okay, thank you so much for sharing and participating. Now that everyone has shared, the winner is going to be decided by you all. So now we'll put up a Zoom poll where you'll vote for the team who had the best service project. To keep things fair, we ask that you vote for a team that is not your own. Okay, and it looks like we have our winner. So congratulations to Group 1, and thank you to every group who came up with a unique service project idea. I hope that you've been inspired to bring these ideas to life within your own clubs.
So to review, the video competition was created with the intent of a health and hunger-related service project, fundraiser, or an educational video as part of the district project committee's Holding Hands to Help End Hunger campaign. And after watching the videos you submitted, we are proud to announce that Mount Rainier High School from Division 26 is the winner of the district project video competition. And now we'll be showing you the video they created.
The 2021 to 2022 Pacific Northwest Key Club District Project is to Help End Hunger initiative, chosen by the District Governor Alice Lee and approved by the 2021 to 2022 District Board. Our goal for this district project is to educate Key Clubbers and provide resources to make an impact in their local communities to help end hunger.
The district project is a shared goal in the PNW Key Club to help minimize hunger. 1 in 10 Washingtonians continuously struggle with hunger, and 1 in 6 Washington kids live in a household that struggles with food insecurity. 1 in 8 Washingtonians live below the poverty line. I quote, "Hunger isn't the absence of food, it's the absence of justice," end quote. As 4/5 of MRHS Key Club officers are IB candidates, we are making an effort to support the district project as our CAS project. CAS is an IB requirement.
Why is this important? Hunger impacts the youth. Children who are hungry are more likely to struggle academically, suffer from chronic illnesses, and have delays in their language and fine motor skills. Food insecurity is an issue. There are a lot of people that are hungry and may not know it. Marginalized populations like those who are Black, Indigenous, and people of color are disproportionately affected by hunger.
If you want to learn more about this, you can check out our newsletter, which can be found on our website, linked in our Insta bio. You could also donate to Feeding America, which is the largest hunger relief organization in the US. $1 equals 10 meals. And you can donate to Northwest Harvest Coalition, one of Washington's leading hunger relief agencies. On average, they provide 2 million meals each month through local food banks, meal programs, and high-need schools.
To help this cause, you can donate to the Pacific Northwest Key Club website and also read resources provided in these slides along with your own research. You can attend future DCMs and participate in canned food drives, and then you could recognize world hunger, educate others, and don't make people insecure about their food situations. You could also volunteer and donate at food banks.
Once again, amazing job, Mount Rainier High School Key Club. Thank you for your video submission.
Again, thank you to Mount Rainier High School for that amazing submission. Let's take a moment to give them a virtual round of applause. Now, to close out the webinar, I would like to thank you again for holding hands with us to help end hunger. We greatly appreciate the time you took out of your day to be with us tonight and the effort you have put in this year to get us this far with the district project. I'd like to especially thank our adults, members of the committee, and our guest speaker, Hana Hamra, for making this event fun and meaningful for the district. I would like to emphasize that this is only possible with your support, and we encourage you to keep going above and beyond the rest of this service year, participating in food drives, fundraisers, and more to help end hunger. If you have any questions or comments about the district project that weren't addressed tonight, please feel free to contact me at project@pnwkeyclub.org. Again, thank you once again for joining, and I hope you make the most out of this holiday season.